good. Live. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we are back on the horizontal mode. We were on the phone. Gonna do one from the house today. We've got snow, rain, sleet. We got about inch and a half, 2 inches overnight, and now it's melted down, but it's starting to snow again. So they're saying another 2 to 4 inches overnight here. So I'm gonna read off the subscribers from the last live stream about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So we've got Spencer Stockwell, Jeremy Stacy, Trubilla, Ernest, Arbolo, I don't know, Gillette, Jensen, Emma Jackson, the Lone Rider, we've got Conrad, Schmerbuck, something like that, Jacoba, Smoking Kings, Rusty Worth, Jeffrey Whirl, Dwight, Robert Ward Jones, O. Anderson, Danielle Feely, Donald Zirk, Omar Orlando No Magic. I remember him from last time. That was February 11th. So there we go. That was nice. Nice and small. Alright, cool. So we are caught up with that. So, some guy, what's going on, man? You're dabbling with everything now, from the old snowmobiles to the saws. I see that. You're big on the shorts. Been a little bit, though. So I'm trying to figure out what is going to happen this week. We've got 2 days of 40s. And I don't know. We've got rain all week. So I don't know what's going to happen for content. Yeah, the shorts are the way, bud. Work's been crazy trying to get the shop cleaned out. My shop is destroyed. Usually winter times when I get it all spick and span, because I don't mess with it in the summertime. Just out busy doing jobs and whatnot. But this winter, I go in there, I make a mess, I leave, I come back, I make another mess and leave, and you know. Did just get a new 2013 390. That's one that I want to get. I want to get a 385, a 390, and a 394. Them are three saws that I haven't used yet. The 390 I heard was pretty nice though, weight wise, weight to power ratio, which I actually should look up. I'm interested to know what the 390 weighs versus 395. Two new tractors. We need to rebuild motorsport. No kidding. Be nice to find some older tractors people don't want $1 million for around here. Are they sweet? You familiar with the 395? Like as far as weight goes? Let me see. Because I never looked them up. I never looked them up. I thought they were kind of like the unicorn, like the 385s. You don't really see them. Finer details between these two saws. Um, 16 pounds versus all about a pound and a half, eh? Okay. So it's 6.5 horse for the 390. Yeah, 16.1 pounds for the 390, 17.4 for the 395. But the 390 is turning at 9,600 RPMs, where the 390, yeah, 395 is 8,700. I like that. That would be cool. Huh. So I want to look up the 394s too. Way more torque. Yeah, I figured that. I figured that. 6.5. They're claiming here 390 is 6.5, and the 395 is 7.1. So that's, it's just what it's saying here. Certainly not a light saw. I own and use both a lot in hardwoods, cutting timber, blah, blah. Yeah. Think of the 390 as a powerful all around saw, like an oversized 372. Very nimble, great handling. Think of the 395 as the heavy duty workhorse, built like a tank, and similar in weight and handling. The 395 is one of the strongest. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much use for a 395 except for the milling. I like to get it out and get it going, but use a 372 or a 500i or anything like that, and I don't know. Maybe if I filed the Rakers rate down on 395, actually see what that thing would do. On Husky's site, it says 6.6. Yeah, that's where this is coming from too. Well, actually, it says now the 395 with a 20-inch chain, 7.1 horsepower at 8,700 RPM. So now might be the new thing. So I don't know if they went to an X torque or what. I want a 394 for a stump saw. Yeah, I take 390 over a 500i any day of the week. Well, that's you know that's saying a lot. I can probably tell you you're not using a saw every day though, or all day long. Because I ran the 395 for I don't know 4 hours, 5 hours last week or the week before, and it's just awkward. The balancing of the 395 at least. I don't know about 390. That pound and a half does change things, but like what's a 500i weight? Because it's equivalent to a 372. It's got to be maybe 15. Power head weight is 13.9, so I'd say probably 15. 15 outfitted. So yeah, that's pretty. I mean, 2 pounds isn't huge, but it's big enough. Yeah. 15.1 for the power head on the 500i versus the 390 at 16.1 pounds. Then you add 2 inch or 2 pounds of bar, chain. It makes a difference. I mean, even though they're saying from right here, they're saying there's 2 to 3 pounds difference. It is a difference. So I'm used to running around with a 372 or 500 all day. Um, that's not much of an argument with that, bud. It all depends on what you've done to the 500i. I haven't seen too much builds for. I mean, the 372s, ported 372, with the right pipe yeah, carbureted power is completely different than fuel injected until you get screaming with them. Um, but I don't know, that 500i is pretty balanced, solid 28-inch bar. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. But I am interested in the 390. If I can find a beat up 390, I'm definitely gonna grab one. Well, I don't doubt that at all. Husqvarna is a very comfy saw to me too. The 500i is not. It's comfortable after you use it for a little while, but going from a husky to a steel, probably the same thing from a steel guy to a husky. Um, but Husqvarna seems like everything's right there. Where the 500, it took me a little bit of time to find the balance point, and still when I'm doing quick cuts with it, I'm not I'm not as proficient with it like I am a 372. That's one thing. I run a 32, if not longer, and they just feel better on a 390. Well, that's saying a lot too. And then the 500i feels like garbage without the better mount system. There's basically no mounts on that saw with anything over a 25-inch bar. At least when I first got mine with the 25-inch steel light bar, um, it just, I don't know, it was too saggy. Then once I put the West Coast kit onto it, that was the ticket. Huge difference. You actually got a little bit of playing. No, it depends on who you talk to. I was uh, I was so against the 500i too until I actually got some time with it. Um, and there's a lot of fellers over in West Coast. There's a lot of fellers here on the East Coast that prefer steel over husky, and it's just a Ford Dodge conversation. You know. Yeah, I've run both the solid and the lightweights. I think this year I'm going to invest all into cannons. I really like that cannon bar. I've used that. I think we're going to be coming up on a year on that cannon bar, and I still have never had to dress that bar. It is incredible, absolutely incredible. Oh, absolutely, and I'm the same way with it. As soon as I start having some fuel injection issues on that 500, more than I have in the past, I'll throw that thing to the side. And actually, I was thinking about putting it on eBay, my 500, and go and get another one this year, and maybe just keep doing that because once I uh, once I get a year on that saw, I'm half tempted to just get another one, get a ported one coming on the way. Cannon bars are sweet. I mean, you're throwing your paycheck at it. That's for sure. Looking at just about 250, $300 getting it to your house. That's for a 28-inch. Yeah, Suji lights, yeah. I've never tried the Dura lights. Uh, 661s have fuel solenoid major issue. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You know, we're still in the younger days of these saws. You know, they're getting better and better. I just sold my Husky top handle that I had problems with all summer. Um, and every time you plug the thing in, it would have a different code on it. But now I see these new ones. The neighbors actually got one too, a Gen 1, and that thing, it's trash. But the newer ones, they seem like they're getting better and better with them. So I don't know. I'm half tempted to go out and get the 550 as a little lemon saw, but I was using Grandpa's what is that 250 261 whatever the heck it is, and even just running that saw for the small duration that I did, lemon killed my back. So I either got to get on the small bar game and get my back into that kind of shape, or just keep with my long bars. Europe or can yeah, yeah. I got mine through I think Bailey's. Was it Bailey's? Let's see. And I was only able to get it in 063, no 050. Let me see. Chainsaw bars. Canon. Let me see if they have any in stock, because I want to get another one. Maybe a couple down the road. Canon Super Bar. 71. They're awesome though. I love the Duralite. Yeah, I see the Duralite there, Canon Duralite. I don't know what that has to do with. Why isn't it searching? Come on. Super Chainsaw bars. Okay. Apparently Bailey's is having some problems. There we go. All right. That's why I love the 3 series and O series steels. Yeah, I've got a couple O series steels. I just sold one a couple months back, but I just got another O series steel. I got to get a handlebar for it. It was all bent and destroyed, but it started right up first pull from my uncle's shop. Um, Also, one small thing with the Huskies, I like their full wraps. Absolutely, absolutely. More than the steel 3/4. Yes, yeah, and the 3/4 wrap steel with a plastic crap on the back of it. I mean, that thing is flexible. It's flimsy. I almost bought a spare this year just because I thought I was going to bust it this winter. Um, I hope. I hate most light bars except the 42 Sujis, as the 42 light and 36 Canons, as they are so stiff. Yeah, yeah. Canon's a stiff bar for sure. Come on, where are you? 15. This Bailey's is awful. Awful slow today. There they are. Okay. Elbow snap. Yeah, exactly. I see that in your short. It's so stupid how they do that. I don't know. I don't know why they do it. 28 gauge 050. They do. They have them in stock now. Cannon, Dirt Light. Yeah. Doesn't tell me. Oh, there we go. S1 bar mount. Out of stock. On that figure. 063. Currently out of stock. More due on 3/29/24. 3/29. Okay. $284. Yep. Yep. Steel. Make sure this is the right one here. MS. Yeah. Okay. 91. All right. Cool. Yeah. So that is it. I'm gonna save this. Put that back in my cart. And then some 19 more days it's going to be in stock again. It's good stuff. All right. Is the 390 full wrap better or different than the 395? Because I don't like the 395 full wrap. I am so used to that boxy, as stupid as it sounds, the boxiness of the 372. I got into that round spot with that 395 when I was doing that big pine, and I didn't like it. But like I said, I mean, I don't use the 395 much. I'm gonna start using it more, but just because I wanna get that saw broken in right and start playing with mufflers on that. I sold the 395 big bore pop up that I had. That was a screamer. Also, I am so happy I can get the cold weather kit for my 390. Yeah, yeah, I've got one for the 372. I don't know. I don't play with that stuff. The next saw that I buy, I do want it to be the what is it called? Uh, I had one here. It was a 372 XPG with a heated handle. The 390 is a square. It's amazing. Okay, yeah. The 395 is rounded. It's almost like the 266. Yeah, I like the boxy shape too, very much. There's just a couple purchases that you can get into. Yeah, I've never had problems with the starter cover, but then again, I wasn't really out in the snow too much this year. We really didn't get much. We might have gotten 3 4 feet at the most. Where in the past, you know, we can go through a winter and get 20 30 feet. Not in one dose, obviously, but now we're getting more snow now. Have a muddy week. That's why we're not in the woods right now. Because I wanted to go out there today and do a live stream out there. Maybe do some burning because we've had rain, but it just did not work out. I don't need to get stuck just trying to get in there again with my truck. So, but yeah, eBay's usually got them cold weather kits. Yeah, yeah. It seems like everybody's getting it. I know Bert Bert Custom Saws and in the wood yard. All them guys out there, they were out through the mud season. They had a week week-long mud season, and then they finally got some good ground. Now it looks like they're covered in snow again. So seems like everybody's getting the hot cold swing right now. But there's too much mud, and I need. Yeah, I understand that. Luckily, I'm not too muddy here, but in the woods, it's horrible. It's horrible. And this week doesn't look any better. I think I can actually pull up the weather here. Winter storm warning has been issued until March 11th, 7 p.m. Severe weather alerts we're under right now. Of course, this is MSN. Really, really good news. Oh, and then we got CNN here too. Look at that. Let me see. Weather. Let's see what the old liars are saying. 38 degrees, that's a lie. We're at 48 degrees. We lost all the snow that we got overnight, but now it's starting to snow again, so we got a low of 22. Monday, 33 with snow. Tuesday, 46. Wednesday, 46. Thursday, 51, 41, 20. I don't even know how they're getting these numbers now. But yeah, we got snow. Come on. Oh. We've got snow until all through tomorrow. Accumulations 3 to 6 inches now. Light rain and snow are expected in your area. No kidding about wind. Steady 15-mile-an-hour wind. I don't know. We'll see what we get. Yeah, but I did want to touch. My wife got the old Stephen Conway logging practices book for birthday here. But I did want to show you guys. I went through a lot of this already. I don't know if that'll show up. Sticking using balloons. I never see that before. Using a balloon kind of like a where the heck is it here? Just incredible. Using a balloon for lift to get the logs off the ground and then pulling it down with a yarder. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the wood from the other side of the road down at the property that we're on. And obviously I'm not going to get a weather balloon or one of these balloons, but I was like, hey, you've got to be kidding me. Incredible. They used to put up these balloons. See that? I don't know if this page has anything, but while we're on it, no, it doesn't. It's just incredible. Here, it's hard for me. I wish I could see it, explain it, but pretty freaking insane. Insane. Great old book. I found some of the best things in these older books. as far as just the principles. I mean, you got the clover leaf system as far as your skid trails, directional following. It's just, it's so cool. So cool to see how many things that we still use today, and it gives you a little bit more of an insight on them. And also, I'm not pulling everything out of the seat of my pants on some of this stuff. The cutting, I don't know. It's a whole. It's cool. You can get these books. Like, I think my wife got this one. It used to be $27.50. Logging Principles of Timber Harvesting System. It's I think she got this off eBay or Amazon or something like that, but just priceless. You lose power. We lose power here all the time, so I can go in there and try to figure out different ways of doing things or different. I don't know. I've got to start digging into it a little bit more because I'm getting sloppy with some of the stuff that I'm doing. Most winters I need a negative 20, 3 feet of powder. Yeah, yeah. We only had 2 days that stayed below zero this year. Incredible. Actually, I've never. We usually have a month long. Old books are cool. I've got some old chainsaws. Yes, yes. I've got another one that Buckin. I think it was Buckin Billy Ray. Might have been Wade. I don't remember. One of them guys that I watch. I've actually got the book on my phone, and I've got people trying to find it for me. But they go through everything, as far as back cut Humboldts, and it's just the idea, the Dutchman, why it's frowned upon. This is it's cool. I love them for learning about porting. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm too much of a spaz for porting. I think I've come to that conclusion. I bought all that stuff, and I do my numbers, and I go crazy. I go crazy with it. So I don't know. I might sell that stuff, and just let that stuff go to the guys that have got that time. I just don't, and I get impatient, and it's definitely a patient game. Like the mufflers too, but I enjoy the mufflers because I notice more gains with mufflers from stock than I noticed with the porting side, and I haven't had the if you got a Fordham, I'd be interested. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, I went out and bought the Fordham this year. I've been using it. I've been using it for mufflers. The saws that I poured up, I use, and the ones that I've been building, I put them on eBay after I run a couple tanks through them. I don't know, man. I don't know. Um, I have a hard time. Like my 371 that I done a little bit of work to transfer exhaust, that type of thing, and I lost my numbers for. That was the one that my little notepad went through the washer. And you can see some of the old pages right here. My little notepads that I always keep on me for my numbers and whatnot, or whatever I'm doing. Try to keep a list going. Went through the washer, so I lost them. So, and that was a by the seat of my pants type of deal. Probably seen them on eBay. Absolutely, man. I sold over. I think we're at 15 or 20 372s this year. Yeah, I've got a couple bare bones 372s still in the shop that I just put seals, jug, piston rings, all that stuff on the one. I got a guy up the road that's interested in it now, so after I get the throttle cable fixed on it, because I keep pulling the choke out, and for whatever reason the throttle cable comes out and then it screams, and you can't take it off high idle without sticking your finger in there. So I gotta pull that apart and mess with it. But yeah, no, I've got a pile of saws on there. I think I've got a Holt now. I've got a gray one on there right now for 150 bucks, 170 bucks. One of them farmy. I only use numbers on my saws. I do more than one. Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. I've never had the squash. I've never had it all line up. So I end up chasing my tail. I just get the final numbers. Like for that 371 that I had, that was my experiment saw, and I didn't go too crazy with it at all. I just polished everything up, got the numbers that I like. I went with a zero base gasket on it. I didn't put a big bore or a pop up in that one, but I did a single ring instead of the double. Yeah, single ring, caber ring, meteor piston, OEM jug, I think. I don't know. It was a while ago. But once I got the squash and everything else, I just wrote it down. But since I've done that one, I've had my squash been all over the place. I just did a zero base gasket on this 372 that I just did, and the tolerance is there. I haven't. I can't say that. I did get rid of one this spring that I was in the put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. I got out of it once I kind of went free ball on the 371 that I enjoyed. Um, I figured I'd just get them numbers, and that's what I kind of make because it's strong, very strong, but it's extremely snappy, and that's what I want. At that time, I was doing a lot of softwood cutting, but now that I'm doing hardwoods, you need a little bit of torque as well. Yeah, transfers. I've been wanting to do a build like Iron Horse on Buckin's 375. I think they used a what was that, a demo saw cylinder jug and a Wesco 54 millimeter. I don't know. He did lathe work and all that to it though. But that thing that looks like an animal. Yeah, well, you get lucky with some of them. I just had that 372 that I had built back on my birthday, the February 13th. Um, that one came with I bought a block, a 372 block, um, and that came with a ported jug, a lightweight piston. What did that thing need? It needed bearings and seals. I put that in it, and then what did I do? I don't remember. But I put that all together, and that thing screamed. It would not idle. It would not idle no matter what I did to it. It wouldn't idle. Uh, it had a logie. I don't know. It was like it was fouled. Once you got into the power with it, it screamed. It wasn't set up. Um, I know what it needed just from running it. Yeah, yeah. Well, once you start getting into that stuff, I'm sure it. I'm not so much there. Not with the porting side, at least, because things go wonky. Like I said, I'm a little bit too crazy with things right now. If uh, if we do have a rainy month, I can see myself geeking out a little bit on it. Um, but this winter has kind of been crazy with the wood and firewood and chasing this tree and chasing that tree and trying to get content, and that's why I'm right now. I don't have content for tomorrow. I'm drained. I don't know what to do. I went out and did the half a conveyor and made that half a conveyor deal, and then I ran out of bedposts, so I came back to get more bedposts, and it started pouring. So I went back in the woods, threw the bedpost next to the processor. I went back out yesterday, and I was gonna finish it up because I want to put the rest of that uh, deal on the conveyor, but it just started pouring again, and then it turned to snow. So uh, pretty much done in the woods for a little bit, I think, unless we can get a dry spell. But now we're gaining frost again because we're below zero, or we're below freezing again. So all this moisture that the ground has absorbed it's coming out quickly, the frost wise, but it's it's freezing back up again. So I don't know. I need a 372 at some point. I wish I wasn't so partial to them, man. I've got quite a few of them. Well, I had quite a few of them. I got, like I said, probably three bases now. One of them is going to need the full deal. But yeah, that's a hot rod. I honestly think the 372 is the I don't know. I think it's it for me. I like the 500i, but I love my 372s. They're awesome. Um, my 390 had good power and snap new. Yeah, I've never run a 390. We were just talking about that. What did you think of that 500i, Bert? I didn't hear your conclusion on that. I see you running it on in the Woodyards channel, but it's hard. I didn't like the three. Sorry, I didn't like the 500i new. I liked I liked it when it was up in the RPMs, but it had that flat spot in it. And until I started messing with pipes, I never fixed the flat spot. But now I think I've got it rocking. Um, those 390s are sweet. Gonna make a series on it, basic mods all the way. Well, you hold on. Let me get my hands on a 390 before you make a video. As soon as people make a video, they start going up in price. I just got done shooting 4 different videos. Man, I tried. I tried so hard. I made the one on the belt until I ran out of the metal, and then I brought over the 372 because I've got a guy up the road that wants to use it a little bit before he buys it. I said no problem. You blow it up. I got more jugs here, and I ended up having the coil, the ignition coil on it. Apparently, it was loose. It got into the fins and ended up breaking up one of my fins, and I thought it seized up on me. So I brought it home to tighten that guy down, and then it started pouring. So I wasn't able to get a second video because that video would have been today. But tomorrow I don't have nothing. I don't even know what I'm going to be able to do tomorrow to make a video. I've got 3 days of shorts from the 390 and some stuff. I've got a 266. 266 is my second favorite saw. That is a little. I love that. I love that 266 too. There was a time where I liked it more than the 372, but the 372 is just. I like that saw. I like it. But I've got a couple of them 266s, the XPs and the SE. I've got a 61 that I've got to do some work to. 272s, 260, 260s. I don't even remember. 268. Yes, 268. The 500 would be okay for bucking, but not worth a crap limbing or dropping trees. I don't know. You guys are talking gibberish to me here. For true timber cutting, you can't beat a 390. 064. I don't think I've ever held an 064. I've got one full rut, 266. I actually just sold back in December when times first started getting rough. I sold a 266 that was immaculate. Looked just like it came right out of the box. I actually have it on a live stream. I got it off eBay dirt cheap. Really? Huh. Yeah, I know what you're talking. The 288 that used to have like a weird suspension system to the dogs too, right? Or maybe that was the 281. I don't remember. My neighbor's got a. He's got the other one. He doesn't have the one with the suspension strapped to the dogs. That's cool. High 80, low 90. Yeah, you just get into weights though. Weight's the issue. That's why I'm interested in the 390. I'm interested. I don't know. I'd have to pipe it for sure though. Just like a neutered 372. After I built that 372 with the pop up, it's got the big bore, which I don't know, 52 millimeter. So I don't know if that's considered 375 with a pop up piston with a stock muffler. It seems like it's a neutered saw. After you put a actual pipe and get the saw tuned to the pipe, or the pipe tuned to the saw, however you want to do it, it there's nothing like a pipe saw. I'm going to say that I notice more gains out of my pipe saws than I do my ported. Just because there's so much range you can do with a pipe, depending on what you're looking for. This is solid aluminum from the bottom of the wrap to the dog. It's weird. Huh. That is weird. I'll have to look that up. I thought I knew what you're talking about. But I know that, wow, I don't know if it's the 281 or the 288s. But I've seen some weird suspension system underneath there. Let's see. I can't believe Bert said that that thing wouldn't be any good dropping trees. That really makes me wonder about this 390. Huh. I don't know, man. I'll look into it. I don't know anything about. The other thing is, did the X torque it? They get into that emissions garbage, and I don't deal with them very much. X torque. No, good. Doesn't look like it. 88cc. I don't see nothing about a 390X torque. Is this the end? RIP 390, 395, and 3120 XP. These are all saws that die out in 2019 in Europe. I know so far Husqvarna, yeah, I bought my 392 or 395. I bought my 395. I think that's a 01 or 02. So that's a lie. But that's in Europe too. I forgot where my 395's made. Not in Europe. Ryan cannot determine P base and X engine not. Yeah. No X torque on 3. Yeah, that's what I was reading. The Husky air filters are the best stock. No arguing there, especially when Steel is putting that garbage on their new ones. The filter itself looks good, but they have no follow through. You know, they're missing an O-ring or two. They made the 95 in Sweden till 16. Brazil, that's how it is. Yes. That's where mine is made out of, is Brazil. And now no longer made. That's what I'm hearing about. And maybe it's just old stock, but I know my Husky dealer out in the city there, they've got quite a few 395 still and 372s. Come on. Let's go on a 395. It says there. It says they're still being made in Brazil. I see that they ended it in Europe, but the 395 and the 372 are still. It says they're still being made. XP new. Yeah, they're still being made. They got them right here on the Husqvarna website. $1,135 shipped to your door. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't say nothing about it. It just says that it stopped being built in Europe. Now it's being built in Brazil. I can't see that anywhere though. I believe you, but it would be nice to know that. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. Cool. The new steel air filters are worthless. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That one that I got on the 500i, I didn't run it for 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. Um, but yeah, I mean, the filter itself, I didn't have anything. You can't even say that because, like I said, I mean, it's basically it's just a filter that goes over, then the top goes over, but there's a hole, and all the crap goes through it. So I mean, yeah, the outside of the filter's filthy, but the inside of the filter's filthy too because it's got a big hole where the little cap, the quarter turn screw is. I got you. I got you. No, that's whatever. I mean, there's plenty of them out there. You know, you can get a 385 on eBay for less than $500. I just sold that ported, not ported, big bore pop up 395. It needed what it need? It needed bottom mounts, and a muffler. I had a muffler on it, but the muffler was it was a used trash muffler. But yeah, I sold that for $550. I had a lot more in that saw. That was the first 395 I ever owned, and I run it. And actually, parts out of that saw came from Logger Wade. When I made my order for clothing, I asked him if he had a couple of the spring mounts and some bolts, and he sent them with my order. And I got that thing running, and I ran it on the Alaskan mill there a little bit. But then once the bottom mounts had wet on it, I put it away. All right, buddy. Good talking with you. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here too. I smell dinner's coming, so. But thank you, man. No, very nice talking with you. And I'll keep checking out your shorts, man. Wish old Bert was still in here. I had some questions for him. But no, I'm definitely send them pictures if you got them. Definitely interested. But with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. That was kind of a different type of deal, but definitely picking brains of the saw guys. Very interesting, especially hearing about the 390. I've been kind of wanting to dabble with one, but like I said, it's only a pound and a half. But then again, the 500i and I never checked the weight of the 372s, but I'd imagine it's around that 15-pound range. Now I'm gonna give one of them a shot here sometime this year. So either way, guys, thank you all for watching. God bless you all, and we will see you next time.